trustee certificates are lined up along the teller's counter here. And please find your trustee certificate and take it home and treasure it, because someday it will be a museum collectible in itself, because each one of them says you are a charter trustee of the Pittsburg-Kemp County Museum Association for 1991. Okay. Louisa, would you please hush? Okay, it's my pleasure now to introduce the honorary chairman of our museum board, Mayor Dave Abernathy. Thank you. 5 minutes, Dave. John said 2. We sincerely appreciate each of you being with us this evening. We're happy that you could attend this historical event. We will be presenting plaques shortly, but I want to advise you that the Kansas City Southern Railroad has given us a steel caboose to be placed on the east side of the depot. The caboose arrived today and is parked along 150 Pilgrim sidetracks. And within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we expect to get it moved and placed alongside the dock on the east side of the depot. Bob McClanahan from Pine Bluff called me yesterday and informed me that the steam train 819 will come through Pittsburg on October the 18th. I wrote to Tyler with Bob last year, and I told him that if we could, I'd like to stop that train in Pittsburg and give the attendants, and there'll be probably 400 people on the train, there are 14 cars, and have them have the opportunity to see our museum and the Ezekiel airship and so forth. So we're going to stop the train in Pittsburg for an hour on October the 18th. That's on Friday. Then the train will come back through about 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, going back to Pine Bluff. And talking to Bob about this, I was up visiting with him about a month ago. It cost the Cotton Belt Historic Society that owns the train $23,200 for track rights to run the train from Pine Bluff to Tyler and back. So they have to sell tickets. Now, John and I suggested that we have a representative in each city along the line to have tickets available, or you can make the reservation. So we'll be doing that at City Hall here. Then they'll have a representative in each one of the other cities. We thought that was the best way for them to keep up with their ticket sales and so forth. And a lot of people are reluctant to write and make reservations in Pine Bluff and not knowing whether they're going or not, get them in advance. So we're going to make them available at City Hall, and you can buy your tickets there to ride the train. He's coming down in about 2 or 3 weeks and visit with me and give me the details on the ticket sales and reservations and so forth. So without further ado, I want to introduce our city manager, who's president of the Museum Association, and Mr. Hughes will present the plaques.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Right after Mark and I moved to Pittsburgh nearly 5 years ago now, I learned that the community had taken on the challenge of building a little park down here in a burned out lot on Equipment Street. And I came from a community that if we had asked for $20,000 to build a park, we'd gotten laughed out of town. And I'll never forget the first fundraiser I ever went to in Pittsburgh was for a group of people who were going to take on that project, and they raised several $1,000s that one night. John came to me and he said, let's build a museum. Let's take this old depot and let's turn it into a museum for the community. And my initial reaction was, John had been standing out in the sun too long. You know, this was too big a project for us. But because of you all, because of the people in this room, and because of people all over this community, that project is rapidly becoming a reality. Every day, something else happens down there. It gets closer and closer to that day we've all been looking for opening, which is coming in what day, John?
August the 30th, Friday, August the 30th. Ready or not?
You all heard him say that. He said it in public to everybody, so we're stuck now. Friday, August 30th, we'll be open and ready to go. And I think that that we're going to make that. But with any project like this that is funded through contributions and through the assistance of families and corporations and individuals, there's a great deal of trust that has to be put forward. People trust us with their time and their money and their artifacts. And I think those of us on the museum board really appreciate that, and appreciate it probably more than we can ever tell you. The major reason we're gathered here tonight is to say thank you to a group of people. A lot of them around this room. Unfortunately, some of them couldn't make it tonight. But we have with us tonight both life members and benefactors to the museum. These are the people who have given a great deal of time, money, or valuable artifacts to the museum. They are the ones that we need to say thank you, thank you, thank you to. You cannot say it enough. Those of us that have been involved and attend those little meetings, some Fridays, I can't say I attend them every Friday. John would probably point out to you I was lying. But I leave Taylor's and City Hall and go down to these meetings, and every week there's something new and something important there. Now, the bylaws give the museum board the right to determine membership categories. And this benefactor category is an important one. The bylaws state that for all persons who give $1,000 or more shall be classified as benefactors and shall receive a plaque and other special privileges. Now, I don't think that we've ever defined what those special privileges are, but on Saturday morning, all of you that are benefactors, we have paint scrapers with your name on them. And that is your special privilege. We have a square foot for each one of you to scrape. And then we'll make that on Saturday. In addition to the benefactors, we have a category of life member. And a life member is specially recognized on an honor roll for their gift of $5,000 or more to the museum. So you can see the people that we're honoring tonight have given a great deal of their resources to the community. First, let me introduce our life members and award a plaque to them. And we're going to ask everybody after you've received your plaque to please stand over here, because I know Debbie will want to get a picture of everybody. Okay. And also, too many things now, you're being asked to hold your applause until we're finished. Don't hold your applause. Don't hold your enthusiasm. Thank these people with your applause. First of our life members to be honored are Elizabeth and James Royce Watley. And the second are Gloria and Bob Turner. Gloria and Robert Turner. Where are they? I don't have to kiss him, do it? No, sir. We appreciate you more than that. Now for our benefactors. And these are being given not in the order of appreciation by any stretch of the imagination, but in the order in which we received the gifts. The first is Peggy and John Holman. Where's Peggy? Please throw me a curve there, Peggy. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, and next, Margaret and Lou Brown. Lou, thank you, sir. Carolyn and James Sewell. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you, James. James, appreciate it. We're checking our list here. Yes. Camp County Building Supply Incorporated. Is anybody here from Camp County? Give them a big hand. Mr. and Mrs. John Only Greer. Hey, Becky, you're going to sit there. I'm probably the only person in this room that know there are two John Only Greers.
Yeah.
This is not my old professor, John Only. This is his father.
This is his father.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Very
Yeah.
good.
Rebecca, you're a daughter-in-law.
Yes.
You're a daughter.
I'm the daughter-in-law.
Mr. Harold Hargrove.
There it is.
Harold's not.
I get more than anybody.
Duncan Thomas Petroleum, which is fast convenience store here in town. Are they a representative? Duncan here?
Yeah, stay
Fats is the Exxon station and convenience store down the bypass, for those of you that don't know. Annie Ruth and Billy Paul Hansen, where I know they're. Okay. Paulette and David Ralston, and Mary Helen and Wilton Gravely. Okay, William and Laura A. Green, which is Brethco. We also have a plaque that we're not able to give tonight because the recipient's not here. And that's special recognition to a gentleman who has made some outstanding contributions to the museum. We wouldn't have a home without him temporarily. We wouldn't have some of the artifacts we've got, and he's a special person in this community. And that's Mr. Carroll Shelby. Carroll couldn't be here tonight with us, but we'll give him this at a later date. I think that's the end of the plaques that I get to give. John's going to give one last one. But let me also take this moment to ask you to give a round of applause to Teresa Warwick at Warwick's Restaurant, to Lanny Brenner, and to Tammy Welch, who hosted this party for us tonight and put this together. Thank you, John.
One of the great fringe benefits of getting in the museum business is the opportunity to really reminisce. And when you're 68 years old, you get to reminisce a whole lot. But I have one more plaque to award to my second grade school teacher's daughter. Now that goes back a long way in the Pittsburg Public Schools. But Miss Hazel Farrier was my second grade teacher, and she had two children who lived next to us on Texas Street. John Jr., whom we call Slewfoot. Did he ever recognize that name? Slewfoot Farrier. And he had a charming little sister named Mary Ann. Mrs. Hazel Farrier got ill and had to move to El Paso for her health. Mary Ann was raised in El Paso, married a very prominent young attorney in El Paso, Frank Owen III, and they have presented us with this 1909 Studebaker Surrey, which at a conservative estimate has a value of $10,000 or $12,000. And it's my pleasure tonight to present Miss Hazel Farrier's granddaughter, Mary Ann's daughter, Miss Ginger Roberts from Dallas, to receive this plaque of distinguished service. Ginger. The other members of the family, Connor, their youngest son, and Jim Roberts, Ginger's husband from Dallas, who very nicely come down to receive the plaque. Now, if you'll all be sure and get your trustee certificates along the wall there. That will help us save a lot of postage. Thank you very much.
I might gather y'all in this area right here.
Yes, want all the trustees.
See where we can see everyone.
Really appreciate y'all coming over to me.
Rose in here.
I'm the oldest one here.
Oh, Debbie, you need to